Susan Sarandon, Andy McDowell and Madonna are all doing it.
What?
Dating after divorce.
Right, of course.
Right? And with almost half of all Aussie marriages ending in a break, the dating pool is now full of people who have been married before.
Got to get to that pool. And if you're among the thousands of Aussies that are actually looking for love again, you're in good hands. Relationship expert Dr. Karen Phillip joins us this morning. Karen, always good to see you. No matter what your situation, dating is tricky. But, you know, when's the right time? Is there a period of time after you've had a divorce that you should, jump back into the game?
It really depends on what happened within the relationship and marriage. Sometimes people stay within the marriage but have actually left the marriage and left the building a year or two prior. And then at other times, people are quite devastated and distressed when their partner does leave. So for those people that have already made up their mind that they're going sometime previously, then they can get into dating pretty much straight away if that's what they're after. Whereas the person that has been left behind that feels devastated, their self-esteem has taken a plummet, then they need time to recover. We usually suggest something like about 6 months or so just to regain their sense of self and their self-esteem before they actually venture back out.
Yeah, because that can be hard when you've been
Very
together
difficult.
for a long, long time. So when you have reached that point and you're ready, what's your recommendation in terms of the best way to start?
Well, look, there are so many dating apps and meet-up groups online now. There is no reason that anyone needs to feel ostracised or alone. But one of the important things is we need to get into these groups where we have an interest in something that the other people do. For instance, if you're a book reader, well, you don't want to join a movie group if you're not interested in movies. If you love bushwalking, then you don't want to join a sailing group. So we gravitate toward the groups where we have an interest. We also need to set a criteria for ourselves, and many people forget that. If we've come out of a relationship that wasn't happy, obviously, then we need to set a criteria of what we do want and what we do need in a partner. We need to look after ourselves. Perhaps we've been a bit complacent, we may have gained a bit of weight, we haven't looked after ourselves as well as perhaps we should, we want to get back out onto the dating scene or single scene, then that's the time to get the new outfit, perhaps lose a bit of weight, get the hair done or a new hairstyle. And when we do go on dates, we use them as practices, not this may be the one. We may have 10, 20, 50 dates, or diversions as I call them. So we need to practice our dates until we find that particular person that we may want to get to know and spend more time with.
But you come with baggage. Everyone does. But when you're divorced, even more so. You've got kids, potentially. You've got your finances. You've got homes. You've got, your job. People that have known you for longer than the person you're about to date. So what do you do when you bring a new person in on the scene? I think that's really intimidating from both ends.
It can be, and rather than baggage, perhaps we simply come with a lot of experience. Maybe we can call it that rather than baggage.
I like
baggage
that
is
better.
very, very down. Right. So we have a lot of experience within our life in all areas, which can be a positive thing. But if you've got older children and you're a little older and you're going back into the single scene or the dating scene, I always suggest that the parents advise their children, whether their children are teens or in their 20s or even 30s, let them know that this is what I'm going to do. And when you do meet someone that does meet your criteria and you want to get to know them more, then let them know, keep the family informed, because we do often in our older years have more assets. Then we need to assure our children, if you like.
You don't just want to surprise them and say, kids, this is Melania, we're dating now, she's Russian.
You could. You possibly could.
Okay.
However, it's best to keep them informed so there's no issues that are raised with the new partner. You want your new partner accepted and really liked and embraced by your family. Yeah. So that's important.
Some great tips there, Karen.
Thank
Good
you,
to see
Karen.
you again.
Nice to see you.